allowing me to speak on this very topmost subject of Sri Radha Kund. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Very indebted to you for this service. Thank you so much. Thank you all the devotees joining today on very auspicious day of the appearance of Sri Radha Kund. So let's see how we can understand this very esoteric, very highest and pure the principles of the bhakti. So, this echo here. Okay. So thank you again. So we'll start with a small bhajan, just to glorify Sri Radha Kund and Shyama Kund. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana, Sri Govinda Gobinatha, Madana Mohana. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana, Sri Govinda Gopinatha, Madana Mohana. Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan. Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan. Jaya Jaya Muna Jaya Jaya Kalandi Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana. Sri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana. Sri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya Bhagavadi Uttama Sloge Bhaktir Bhavadi Naishtigim. Hare Krishna. So we'll be discussing the Bahulashtami, the appearance of Sri Radha Kund. So this is a beautiful picture of Sri Shyama Kund and Radha Kund. And the Supreme Lord Sri Radha and Krishna is completely immersed into this two kunda. And it says that Radha Kunda is the liquid form of Srimati Radha Rani. And similarly, Shyama Kunda is also the liquid form of the Krishna. So let's see some more details of how we can understand this more. In the Nectar of Instruction, Srila Rupa Goswami very detailed and gave the importance and emphasis of this Radha Kund. And it is mentioned like this. Vaikundaj Janido Varamadhu Puritatra Virasotsavad Vrindaranyam Udarapani Ramanat Tatrabi Govardhanaha Radha Kundamidabi Gokulapade Premartha Plavanadat Kuryadasya Virajado Giritade Sevam Vivekinakaha. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The holy place known as Madhura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Madhurapuri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavana because of Krishna's Rasalila pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavana is Govardhana Hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kunda stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula. So I'll repeat that. The super excellent Radha Kunda stands supreme, for It is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhana hill? Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langayade Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyameshwaram. Hare Krishna. So there is various descriptions is revealed in the scriptures about the appearance of Sri Radha Kund. The purport of Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 36th chapter. This is the chapter Srila Sukadeva Goswami is describing how Krishna killed Arishtasura. So in that verse, Srila Prabhupada gave a beautiful purport of the appearance of Sri Radhakund, quoting Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And there are 20 verses describing the conversation between Radha and Krishna on the appearance of Radhakund, and then what it is caused to appear the Radhakund and Shyamakund. They were jokingly and always, as when Radha and Krishna and the gopis, when they comes together, they raise the loving affections between each other, and Hasya Parihasa Sambhashane, Ratumdas Thakur mentioning in one of the poem, Hasya Parihasa Sambhashane, jokingly and joking each other and accusing each other, and they are deriving such a great pleasure. So this is mentioned like this. Masman Parshadya Vrishabhardana Kandamugna Ghoro Asuroyam Ai Krishna Tat Abhyayam Go Vrudo Yadadijayasti Ihasti Ai Nishkrudaklim Sudhyed Bhavam Stribhuvana Stidatirtha Prachad. The innocent young gopi said, Krishna, don't touch us now, O killer of a bull. Alas, even though Arishta was a terrible demon, still he was a male cow. So you will have to undergo atonement, just as Lord Indra did after killing Vritasura. But how can you purify yourself without going to the trouble of visiting every single holy place in the three worlds? So this is just the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentioning about that, the context of the appearance of Sri Radha Kunda, and Srila Prabhupada very nicely putting that in the purport of this 16th verse of 36th chapter. So before that, let's get into that. See what exactly this Radha Kund and how we can understand this Radha Kund and Shyama Kund. So there is a beautiful picture of Radha, Shyama Kund and Radha Kund. The picture you first see the Kund, which is known as Shyama Kund. And then also this square, the shape is actually, this is Radha Kund. So let us go in little understanding of how we can come to this point of properly understanding Radha Kund and the Shyama Kund. So we can see that Sri Radha and Krishna. Sri Radha and Krishna is the Supreme Father and the Supreme Mother. And it's mentioned that this Sri Krishna is the Supreme Father, the Universal Father. Everything comes from him, the cause of all the causes. Similarly, Sri Radha is the Universal Mother. And it is mentioned that the Mula Prakriti Ishwari, Sri Radha is considered, is mentioned that in the scriptures, it's considered as the Mula Prakriti Ishwari. All the causes, everything, that all the Shakti. Krishna is known as Shakti man. Sri Radharani is known as the Shakti. So unless and until we really understand these various tattvas, first of all, we need to understand the Jiva Tattva. Who are we? What is this all? Then we have to understand the other tattvas, like, when we come to the Shiva Tattva, when we come to the Krishna, the Supreme Lord, right? The Ishvara Tattva. Then only we can really come to understand the Shakti Tattva. So Sri Radharani is the cause, the Mula of the origin of all the Shakti Tattva. So in the Narada Pancharatra, there is a big explanation in the Narada Pancharatra about the the glories of Srimati Radharani. So we know that everything, all the feminine aspect, all the Shakti Tattva is starting from Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani is also the part of Krishna. It's mentioned that Acharyas mentioned that there is no difference between Sri Radha and Krishna. Sri Radha is the part of Krishna. There is no difference. So it is Narada Panjarata mentioned that Sri Radharani resides on the left part of the body of Krishna, or it says that the left part of Krishna. And like that, Sri Radharani also expand as Mahalakshmi, also situate on the left part of the Mahavishnu. And then she is also situated as the mother of Saraswati. She is also situated in the Brahmaloka, in the chest of Brahma, as called Savitri. So there are many times we have this kind of, who is this Savitri, who is Saraswati, who is, Durga. So sometimes we come and sometimes we confuse and how to understand all this. So Sri Radha is also appeared as Bhagavati and the illusory potency of the Lord Vishnu. Then became Sati, the daughter of Daksha, then Parvati, the Durga. In so many, so all the causes, all the mula, the origin of all these expansions is coming from Srimati Radharani. So that's where the first thing we need to understand. So in the Panjaratra, it is mentioned that it is only Sri Radha who is the very personification of the supreme intelligence, wealth of Paramatma Sri Krishna. It is only she who is the personified Swarga Lakshmi, who dwells in the residence of Indra in the heavenly planets. She is Raja Lakshmi, who resides in the houses of kings of this earth. She is Griha Lakshmi, who dwells within the homes of ordinary people. She is the village goddesses of various villages. She is source of truth found in water, Satya Swarupa. She is the source of smell within the earth, Gandha Rupa, and the source of sound within the ether, Shabda Rupa, and the source of beauty, Shobha Rupa, in the moon. She is luster and the source of luster found in the sun and the great kings. She is the burning potency of fire and the personification of all strength found in the living beings. During the time of creation, that goddesses is principal controller of material nature. That's Mula Prakriti Ishwari. She is the mother of Mahavishnu. It's greatly it is explained. Therefore, one Krishna, due to his various pastimes, manifests infinite numbers of different forms. There is no difference between the powerful Shaktiman and the power Shakti. The only distinguishing characteristics is that power is under the control of the powerful. Just as Krishna is the male fountainhead, the Lord of Lords, Sarva Ishvara Ishvara, and the primeval Swayam Bhagavan, original Godhead. Similarly, Sri Radha is the female fountainhead, who is the main reservoir of all potencies. She is the Swarupa Shakti, the highest potency of the Lord. Shamarupa, the original feminine form, and Swayam Bhagavati, the original goddess. Sri Krishna is completely powerful, Purna Shaktiman. Sri Radha is the completely potency, Purna Shakti. So, dear devotees, this is the descriptions which revealed in various scriptures and different Vedas, even the Vedas Puranas. So it is mentioned that the name Sri Radha came from Aradhya or Aradhana. So Aradhana means worship. So Radha is an expansion of that Aradhana, the word. And also it is mentioned that many times there is a word, the Radhika. Radhika in the Sanskrit, the ka with any of this word which end with ka in Sanskrit is mentioned that ka means that once that which is dear to that, which Radha or Aradhana. So when you say Aradhika or ka is mentioned that. So once that which is very dear to the heart. So like many times people say Japa Malika. Japa Malika means Mala means the chain. The Japa Malika. Ka means ka represents there that which is one is very dear to my heart. So similarly, Radhika, the name is actually that the Aradhana, the worship, that which is very dear to the heart of Sri Radha or Aradhana. So what is that most dear to the heart of? That worship of Supreme Lord is the most dear to the heart of the Sri Radha. Sri Radha itself is meaning that worship, Aradhana or Aradhika. So, so we can see that the Supreme Lord Krishna himself wanted to raise that, increase that the loving affection between Sri Radha and Krishna. So we can see that this Radha Kund here, it is mentioned that this is the liquid form of Sri Radharani, the Radharani herself. So later we can see that the Krishna revealing that what is the most, how Krishna is most dear to this Radha Kund. So also it is mentioned that today is a Bahula Ashtami on the 8th day of this Krishna Paksha, on this month of Kartik. So why it is significant, Bahula Ashtami? This is the day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found and realized in the Radha Kund. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was looking, where is this all wonderful Radha Kund and Shyama Kund, which are revealed in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this village called Arishtagram. So people were just looking that, okay, this is Arishtagram, and this is the place where Krishna killed Arishtasura. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was trying to see where is Radha Kund. And so that on this one of the field in Arishtagram, in the middle of the field, there is a little pond. It is there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced to his ecstasy. And that complete form, of course, as we know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Srimati Radharani and Krishna. And then the dance with that ecstasy as completely in the form, and danced with that ecstasy, and then took the bath in that pond, So then everybody heard that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking bath in this pond. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed that this is Radha Kund. This is Sri Radha Kund. So this is the way, and that's the day today is the day, that's Bahula Ashtami, and thousands of people come to this banks of Radha Kund, and some very advanced devotees, they get into the water, they take the bath. But as it's mentioned, that Srila Prabhupada also mentioned that very clearly, that we are not qualified enough even to take the word of Sri Radha. That Srila Prabhupada gave this very beautiful, the word of Hare. Hare means, which represents the internal potency of the Lord, that none other than Srimati Radharani. So one is qualified enough to take that the word or advanced and came to that the Shuddha Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva, then only one can really understand this Radha Tattva. So as I mentioned, that one has to pass over this understanding and complete understanding of Jiva Tattva and the Vishnu Tattva and the Shiva Tattva, then only can come to the Shakti Tattva. One understand the Shakti Tattva, then only one can come to the understanding of Radha Tattva. So that's why in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami didn't even mention even a single time for the name of Srimati Radharani, but mentioned that Aradhika, mentioned that word Aradhika, or they say that the primary gopi, the foremost of the gopis. And Srila Prabhupada even never, even in the speech, that mentioned about it. So we should be always follow the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. And instead of directly addressing Sri Radha, we should always say Hare. That's why Hare Krishna is none other than Radha Krishna. So it's very important to understand this fact. So here we can see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed this to the Brajavasis and people who were gathered. And then later Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then appointed Srila Rupa Goswami, 6 Goswamis to excavate all these various pastimes, the places of pastimes which occurred between Sri Radha and Krishna, the Vrindavan, and especially Radha Kund. So Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami then later excavated and then expanded this Radha Kund, and that in the current form that what we see here, you can see that the beautiful Radha Kund. This was Sri Rupa Goswami and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami They were also every day they were on the banks of Radhakund and chanting and glorifying Radhakund. That's what is exactly Sri Rupa Goswami mentioned, that out of all this Madhura, the Vrindavan is greatest. The Vrindavan, the Gokul is greatest because of Gokul. The Krishna was playing on the fields of Gokul. And then in the Gokul, the Govardhan is the greatest. Why? Because of Krishna had wonderful pastimes with the gopis, and Krishna raised the Govardhan to protect the gopis. And on the foot of the Govardhana hill, the Radha Kund is the greatest and the topmost of all because of the Krishna and the Radha. Krishna himself declared this. And because of the tears, the loving affection between the topmost of all this devotion is that Prema Ras, the Madhurya Ras, which exhibited there between Sri Radha and Krishna. So out of all this, Sri Radha Kund is the topmost of all the places in the entire universe, entire spiritual world. So as we know that, we can see that there are many scriptures revealing that. And there is in Ashtakali Leela, and on the noontime, the noon pastimes occurs every day at the Radha Kund. And as we can see that, so we don't get too much into that, but this is the aspect of Sri Radha Kund. So let us see how it manifested Sri Radha Kund. So we know that killing of Arishtasura. Note that this is just before Krishna killing Keshi demon, and just before Krishna was departing for Madhura, before Akrura coming. So one day, and Radha and Krishna, the gopis, all were in the forest. They were playing each other. They were playing, and beautiful, wonderful, wonderful pastimes. So then the demon, Arishta, so King Kamsa appointed Arishta to go to this Braj, to Vrindavan, and kill Krishna. So then Arishta charged, okay, let me go and kill. So who is this little child, and who is threatening? Who is the threat of Kamsa? Let me go and kill. So Arishta took a form of a demon, or a bull demon. Just so huge horns and hooves and hums, and it was like very ferocious, very big and huge. So when Arishtasura appeared like that in the form of a bull, then all the gopis and the friends, the gopas, they were very much afraid, and some ran away, and some are kind of so much astonished to see this ferocious form of Arishtasura. So Krishna is Paramatma, Krishna is Antaryami, he is the soul of all the soul, he is the father, he can understand everything. So as soon as Krishna saw this demon, and Krishna understood this is none other than the Arishtasura. He came in the form of a bull so that he disguised. So this is another aspect of that. This bull demon represents that one who disguised in the form of that, he's pretending, the duplicity, and this is all the bad qualities which represents by this Arishtasura, this bull. And protect us, he is the dharma, he is religious, he is upkeeper of the dharma, but he is actually that just for his own selfish purpose. So this represents the Arishtasura. So then Krishna then chased this bull and then caught hold of the horns of this Arishtasura. And it's mentioned that when Krishna caught hold of this Arishtasura's horn and threw in the air, and it's fall down like a stick falling down, a rock falling down from the great height, and then fall down with the Arishtasura's head and fall down flat, and then still Arishtasura didn't, die. And he just came up and rose up, and then again charged, and he was sitting like anything, and he was charged with full force. Again, Krishna took hold of the horn and the legs and whirled around and blasted the ground on the field. So now here, Arishtasura couldn't do anything. Arishtasura just left the body and left the soul. And as we know that when Krishna kills somebody, they all get the liberation because of just by the presence and the touch of Krishna, they all get purified. But what Krishna is really killing, that the asuric, the demoniac nature of that demon. So then, seeing this, all the gopis, they were all came together, And those who ran away, they came, the Srimati Radharani and all the gopis, they came to Krishna. And then this is the time, then, this is the time they all came together. And now Krishna also came like, I've killed this bull and the hero. See, look at that, my prowess. And this is the time then gopis, they came together and they said, no, 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 you go away. This is the word the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was mentioning very beautifully about, you go away. And we can see that you are killing this bull. This bull represents dharma. Why should I have to, take you? Why should we have to talk to you? We don't want your companion. You are now sinful. You killed a bull. So as we know that bull represents the dharma or the religion. We know that in the beginning of the Kali personified took the form of a bull. And we can see that, the bull in the dharma, the Kali personified came and cut the legs of the bull, dharma. The dharma has 4 legs. That's dharma has 4 legs that represents the truthfulness and represent the austerity and the penance and the charity, right? So it is almost all these 3 legs are gone now, and only 1 leg is remaining, that is truthfulness. That's what is in the Kali Yuga. Kali is stood with only 1 leg. So bull represents the dharma. So here, then the gopis, they started to say to Krishna that we don't want your companion. You are so sinful. So you have to take the bath in the holy river, because then only you can eradicate all your sinful reaction, the sin which you accumulated by killing a bull. They don't see anything. It's an answer. Krishna was explaining, no, 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 no. This is Asura. He came to kill all of us. He is so sinful. I just killed that sin. And how can you accuse that I am sinful now? So gopis were very much. So this is the way Srila Prabhupada mentioned that jokingly, hasya parihasa sampashane. Now very jokingly. So why? Because of this is the mood of the gopis and the devotees, and always to please Krishna. Always to please Krishna. This is another esoteric bhava, ashtaswatika bhava, that one, even though it's externally we see that, okay, that they are saying Krishna no, not to come to us, but internally that this is the ecstatic mood that they wanted to join with Krishna. So this is the way they increases the attachment to Krishna. So Krishna was explaining this to the gopis that no, okay, this is a demon, but still the gopis are not convinced, the Srimati Radharani. So then Krishna said, okay, what should I do? So Gopi, Srimati Radharani mentioned, you go all the 3 worlds, all the universes. You go and take the bath and dip in the holy river. Then only you will be purified. You will get purified. Then only you can come to us. So they were jokingly saying to Krishna. And Krishna was very much, taken that word. Krishna said, no, I don't need to go to the all 3 worlds. I can invite all these holy places over here, right now here. So they were all astonished. They wanted to see that, what Krishna is going to do. So then Krishna just invoked all those holy places. And then Krishna told, okay, these all holy rivers are here, all holy places are here. So gopis and Radharani said, no, we don't see them. We don't see them. You are just joking. We are just bluffing. We don't see them. So then Krishna told all the holy rivers, please come forward. So this is the time Krishna made with his toes. He just dig a small hole. And then Krishna told all the holy rivers, please come forward and fill. And all on a sudden, all these holy rivers and came forward. And Krishna told them, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. As some of the holy rivers said, I am the salt ocean. Some said, I am the ocean of milk. I am Sindhu. I am Kaveri. Narmade Sindhu Kaveri. Right? Gange Jamune Jiva Godavari Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Asmin Sannidhim Kurum. And all these rivers, Saraswati, Godavari, everything was present there. They started to fill the water in the Krishna created that kund, that pond, and then completely filled with water now. Then Krishna went inside the water and took a dip and took the, sink into the water and took a bath there and came back and then wiping out the water. And then Krishna was showing that, yes, now I am completely purified. So then Krishna was little serious now. Say, hey, look at, I took the bath now, but what about you all? So I am purified. I am here, I purified, taken bath from all these rivers. But what you did, all your lifetime, you didn't even do any kinds of puja, any kinds of purificatory processes, even for the pleasure of Brahma. And even you were all took part in the side of Arishtasura. Even though I killed the Asura, but you were all taken part of the side of Arishtasura. So you are all contaminated now. You also have to take bath. So Krishna was saying like this to Srimati Radharani and other gopis. So Srimati Radharani took literally this one and mentioned that I must create an even beautiful pond than your pond. Let me create more beautiful than, let me also take the bath in the Ganges water. Let us also purify. They were all agreed. All the gopis were also agreed and support Srimati Radharani's words. Then what happened? Then they all started to dig down. And there was a little hoof print was there with Arishta's big feet, right? Big hooves. There was a little hoof print was there. So they started to dig down from there, and then they started, and it's mentioned that they all broken the bangles. They all started to dig down that the little the print, the hoof print, and they started to create a pond, and they started with then by the time there were millions of gopis. It is mentioned that Srimati Radharani, that's not that just what we say. There are 630 millions of gopis that to assist Srimati Radharani in all circumstances. So they were so wonderful, and they were all trying to dig down. By the time then it came towards the evening, now they just dig down that the pond. So now we need to, the biggest question is that how to fill the water. So they all thought, okay, let us create a line, all these gopis, and let us pass the pots one by one. And then they went to the Manasi Ganga, the nearby. Manasi Ganga is actually the Ganga which manifested from the heart of Sri Krishna. And it was full of water, and it's Ganga, the Jal of Ganga. Then they all stood down in the line, and then they were passing this pot one by one. And then one pot to come, one pot to go back, and they were passing this pot, and they were trying very hard to fill the water in the pond they created. And there we can see that then Krishna was looking at them and seeing that how they are filling the water. They were all trying very hard. The sweats are coming, and perspiration all was coming out from their body, and it was keep going. But the problem was when they put the water, then the sand, the mud absorbs it. Even though as much as water they put, by the time the next pot comes, then there is no sign of water is accumulating. So they were very much in perspiration, and Krishna was just looking at all of this and what they were doing here. Gopi is bringing water from Manasi Ganga. Then we can see that then it was going on. It was going on till midnight. So it's mentioned that Radha Kund is appeared on the midnight. And so it was going on till midnight. So then Krishna then humbly came and seeing the fatigue of Srimati Radharani. So this is what is, dear devotees, we need to understand this one. So here, Krishna and the gopis and Srimati Radharani especially, they were exchanging their ecstatic love between each other. Ecstatic love, the affection and the attachment, and all this surrenderness, everything. So here we can see that the Krishna now melted down. This is the highest of the prema, the Madhurya Bhav. Krishna is melted down and folded hands. Krishna folded hands with the gopis and Srimati Radharani especially. He said that please Please allow me to serve you. This is what is Krishna is. Please allow me to serve you, and let me see. And this is I'm your servant. I'm here to serve you and support you, and I cannot see this anymore. Please allow me to serve you. Allow me to take the water from my pond, Shamakund, and then you fill the water from the Shamakund. It's just nearby. And this was the reason Srimati Radharani and the gopis mentioned that, oh, you took the bath in Shamakund because of you put pour all your sinful, the killing of demon that you put it out there. Now we don't want to take bath there. Now when Krishna came down and kneeling down and begging to Srimati Radharani, and this is the because of Krishna cannot even tolerate the separation. Krishna cannot even tolerate that the Radharani is actually in that position of that that the fatigue. And now Krishna is kneeling down and requesting to Srimati Radharani and the gopis, please take. So seeing this mood of Sri Krishna, Sri Radharani melted. Sri Radharani and gopis agreed on that. So then they said that to Krishna, yes, this is please allow. And Krishna, Srimati Radharani was so much in that loving affection for Krishna is manifested, and then they all agreed to that propose of Krishna. Then what Krishna then allowed all these holy rivers to fill the Radha Kund. Then immediately there was a little that was flowing from the Shamakund. All the water came from the Radha Kund and then filled in the Shamakund and filled in the Radha Kund. And then this is the time Srimati Radharani and the gopis got into the water and took a bath. And then Krishna mentioned that this is the most dearest of. This kund will be well known as Radha Kund and greater than my kund. And this will be well renowned in the whole universe. And this is your himself. This is it's your kund. It's in your name. And this is most dear to me. And Krishna said, this is most dear to me. And Krishna also mentioned that one who stays nearby Radha Kund, one who takes bath in this Radha Kund, and he will attain the highest of the Krishna Prema. He will easily attain the highest of all the Krishna Prema. He will easily attain. That's why devotees are going on this day and taking bath, especially the advanced devotees. It's not that mentioned that everybody should go and take bath, even touch the feet on the Radha Kund. Srila Prabhupada especially mentioned that we are not qualified enough to put and touch the Radha Kund. But when somebody comes and then came to that position of completely Shuddha Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva, completely in that transcendental platform, then there is no difference. In that transcendental platform, as last mentioned, that the Radha, the worship, loving, devotional service, it's all come to that, the highest level of it. Only in that highest level of that one can enter into the Radha Kund. Because of this, the topmost of all, the dearest of Sri Krishna. So Krishna mentioned like this, and then Srimati Radharani also mentioned that, then Radharani also entered into the Shamakund and then mentioned and declared that this is also very dear to me, the Shamakund. So Shamakund and Radhakund, today is the appearance day of the both Shamakund and the Radhakund. So that's where we have to see this in such a way that how Krishna and Srimati Radharani is manifested such a loving, the highest of all, the Madhurya Prema, highest of all, exhibited in the form of Sri Radhakund and Shyamakund. And that we can see that, as Sri Rupa Goswami mentioned, that and many of our acharyas, especially Sad Goswamis, were living nearby Radhakund. They had a kutir. They had a bhajana kutir on the banks of Radhakund every day. And Sri Raghunath Das Goswami goes very near to Radhakund and staying there and sitting there on the banks of Radhakund are meditating upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And you know what? When there is a scorching heat, when there is so much of heat, so much of sun on the top, but Jagannath Das Goswami even doesn't care about any of this thing. Now what happens? Srimati Radharani personally come and extend and took the the veil, the shawl, and keep on the top of Srimati Radharani all this time. The time that Jagannath Das Goswami was chanting this, then we could see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was appointed Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Initially, Sri Rupa Goswami started this excavating Sri Radhakund. Later, then Sri Raghunath Das Goswami finished that complete construction of the ghat of this Sri Radhakund. And also, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared that one who was taken bath, even the water, little water they taken and pour on their head, their complete sins will be eradicated. They will attain the Krishna Prema. So devotees goes on this day, and especially on the midnight, and as we can see that now it is after sometimes happens at the midnight, and every devotee, especially those who are the Brajavasis, they are very very advanced devotees, and then they go, and many Maharajas go there on the banks of Radhakund. They have wonderful Kirtan festival, the glories of Srimati Radharani and Radhakund, and they all came to that the mood, and it's so crowded actually. People will come, and it says that once in a lifetimes of entire millions of life after life, even one get a chance to come very near to Radhakund, he is purified. He is purified, no doubt into that. So this is the way that devotees take an opportunity to come very closer to Sri Radhakund. And even further, it is mentioned that even one who meditates on these pastimes of the Balasruti, meditate on these pastimes of the appearance of Sri Radhakund, and he will be liberated. He will be also purified. He can also develop the Krishna Prema and very easily. And one who recite this, and one who also meditate upon it, and one who get a chance to glorify this, the appearance, the glories of the Radhakund. And because of the Radhakund is very, very dear to Krishna than himself. Krishna has declared because of which is manifest on the highest of prema, the highest of prema which is manifested in Radhakund. Because of that, Krishna even that very dear to even himself. And it's also mentioned that Radha and Krishna is eternally reside in these waters of Radhakund and Shyamakund. That's what is mentioned, that this is actually the form of liquid form of Sri Krishna. As we can see that it's initially there is a picture I put it, and in that picture we can see that Sri in the beginning, that it's a beautiful picture, and there we can see that Srimati Radharani in the form of the Radhakund. Just 1 minute. Yeah, it's here. You can see here. Yeah. So here it is, we can see that Sri Radha and Krishna represents actually the Shyamakund and Radhakund. It's our great fortune that, dear devotees, that we have this opportunity to see at least virtually and understanding this principle, this tattva of Sri Radhakund and Shyamakund. Sri Radhakund and Shyamakund ki jai, Sri Radharani ki jai. So with this note, I would end here, and I would see that any questions or comments that you like to ask, or you like to reveal, or any other aspects of this Radhakund and Shyamakund. Hare Krishna.
Satish Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam.
You
mentioned Hare Krishna. You mentioned in Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare means Radha.
Right.
Now, and Hare Rama means what? Radha Raman? Or because I know, a lot of times these questions are asked, and this is again confusing for me. I apologize for that.
Yes. Wonderful question, Prabhuji. Yes. There is a lot of fighting even there between just to, who is Rama, who is mentioned, this Rama aspect of it in Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Yes. Hare is the internal potency that addressing the Srimati Radharani. And out of all this Shakti, the Hladini Shakti is the foremost. That's what is the Hladini Shakti. Srimati Radharani represents Hladini Shakti. And that's the foremost of this Shakti. And that's its internal potency. Even though it is the combination of three other Shakti, the Hladini potency is the foremost and Radharani is the Hare. And Krishna, as we know that Krishna is known as all attractive. He is the original, the personality of Godhead. Krishna, everything manifests from him. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then the aspect here is Rama. Rama means Rama. Okay, Rama, the word originally started from the Rama, come from Rama, the supreme enjoyer. Or Rama means the supreme Hladini potency. Or Rama, one who gives that potency. Rama, right? Rama. So this is another aspect of Krishna or another aspect of Srimati Radharani, this Rama or Rama. We know that when the creation as Mula Prakriti Ishwari, or as we can say that when that the Supreme Lord touch with that Rama or Uma, right? That's the expansion of it, also known as Rama. Rama is into the Vaikuntha planet and Uma is into the material, the Mula Prakriti, even that Prakriti. So Rama is in the Vaikuntha, in the eternal abode of that Rama. That's another female manifestation. Also another name of Lakshmi Devi is called Rama. So this word Rama comes from this word, the supreme potency of the Hladini potency. So again, Hare Krishna. Again we say Hare Rama. Again it is Radha Krishna. That means that Hladini potency, right, is a representation of one who gives that the potency of Rama or Rama. Rama means the supreme Hladini potency or the supreme enjoyer. So this is what we need to understand. It is not that Radha Raman. Yes, of course, Radha Raman is Krishna, right? That Radha Raman is. But sometimes people say, oh, this is Balarama. Okay, there is Krishna is there. How can we avoid Balarama? Okay. So Balarama is the expansion of Sandhini potency or the expansions of Krishna. But out of all, the foremost and the primary, the topmost of all the expansion that Krishna is Srimati Radharani, and that's where the Krishna is himself completely connected with. So here we can see that this the Rama, the word Rama comes from the Rama, that's the supreme enjoyer, which arises from the Hladini potency. Yes, that's exactly like we can say Radha Raman. Not that is the Balaram or the Ram, Lord Ram on the Tridayuk or the manifestation of Krishna, the Lord Ram. But this is actually the very, the deepest, the meaning of that once derives this supreme pleasure, Ananda, and that's what is Rama means. So that's what is addressing Hare Krishna and Hare Rama. Did it answer, Prabhuji?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Wonderful questions. Okay. Anybody else? Any other thoughts?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mr. Prabhu. Very nice class, and I was virtually complete in Mathura Vrindavan.
Wow. So nice. Okay.
I was relating the whole the childhood time.
Wow. So
Thank
nice.
you,
Yes. You're a Brajavasi. I know that. You're so wonderful. Yes, it's so wonderful. And it is mentioned that Lord Varaha came, right? Lord Varaha killed the Hiranyaksha. And Lord Varaha came to the banks of Yamuna. That Yamuna is known as, now it is known as Visramghat. Because of Lord Varaha took the Visram, the rest over there. But it is mentioned that when Lord Varaha took the rest and taking rest on the Varaha Ghat, Lord Varaha was holding even that entire globe, the earth. And there was a question raised, how is that possible? That Lord Varaha is holding the earth all the time. Lord Varaha is holding the earth. In a scriptures reveals that. But Krishna, the Lord Varaha is also sitting on the ghat of the Yamuna and holding the earth. How is that logically correct? So then Acharyas, it's not Acharyas, it's revealed that the Madhura Dham, Vrindavan Dham is not part of this planet Earth. This is the spiritual Dham. This is the spiritual abode. So always remember that these all pastimes which manifest, this also as we see as an earthly pastimes, but this is always happens, this pastimes. That's why Krishna and Radha, these gopis, are always present in the spiritual in Vrindavan. In the Vrindavan, they are eternally manifest. Their eternal Leela is also happening there. There is one of the Dham, that's Madhura, is also, even this annihilation, even the complete annihilation is happens, this Dham will remain. This Dham will always there. So Lord Varaha was sitting in this Dham, in spiritual abode, and holding the earth on the tusk. And that's what is the significance of it, dear devotees. If you go to Dham like Radhakund and Shyamakund, Vrindavan, Govardhan, and then this wonderful gods of, in Vrindavan and Yamuna, the gods, this is not an ordinary earthly plane. This is completely spiritual plane. So when you go to Vrindavan, we have to have this understanding. It's not that, we go for their sightseeing. Before going even to the Vrindavan, it's mentioned that we should pray to Srimati Radharani, please give me an entrance. One who has this consciousness and one who develop that and one who goes there, then what happens? We can really see that. Otherwise, just people are now taking a fashion. Okay, somebody else is going. Okay, let me also go. And then say, oh, I went to Vrindavan, I went to Mathura. But really what we are trying to do, here we have to develop that consciousness that we are entering into the spiritual abode, eternal abode of the Supreme Lord. There we should completely immerse in that thoughts of and that consciousness. That's why Jayadeva Maharaj says that when Jayadeva Maharaj just goes far away from Radhakund. And one time devotees asked, why Maharaj, you are not even go near to that? And the Maharaj says, I am not qualified enough even to go to near to Radhakund. So this is our humility. This is called humbleness. This is what is we have to develop this kinds of consciousness that we are not there. We are even trying to understand even who we are. We are struggling in this material world with our anarthas. We are fighting with it, and we have so much of impurities. And then now still we are saying that, okay, let me go and take bath in the Radhakund. That's not appropriate. Srila Prabhupada never approved that. We should develop this mood of the purity. That's where we come to that, come to the mode of goodness called Sattva Guna. Then we come to the mode of Shuddha Sattva. Yes, we develop that. And that's why we transcend this mode. We transcend this mode. And that's the time we come to the plane of Vishuddha Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva, the pure goodness, or the completely transformed, completely transcend that our existence. Now we can see that. That's the time we see Krishna, and that's the time we see Vrindavan. That's the time we really see Radhakund. That's the time really we see Krishna Shyamakund. That's the time really we see Govardhan. That's the time really we experience that the presence of Radha and Krishna and the gopis at the Vrindavan. Otherwise, we don't see. Even Mother Lakshmi cannot enter into the pastimes of Krishna and Radha. But who can? The gopi, the Yashoda gopi. And in the Sukadeva Goswami mentioned the Bhagavatam, in the position of Yashoda gopi and the gopis is greater than the Lakshmi. Lakshmi is even always worshipping the lotus feet of the Sri Krishna, the Lord Vishnu, always at the feet. But the position of Mother Yashoda is greater than even the Lakshmi, greater than Shiva, greater than Brahma. So the devotees, this is where we have to come to and realizing that what is this Dham, what is this Radhakund? When we hear this, oh, what beautiful story, wonderful Krishna created, let me go there. No, we have to develop, we have to purify and it is also mentioned that one who is fully and completely follow the instructions of Guru Nishta, one who follows that Guru Nishta only can even understand this esoteric, this the topmost concept, topmost of all this tattva, only by the devotion of the mercy of Guru and the devotees. When the mercy of Guru and the devotees, then only one can develop that, even come to that very close to, even come to that self-realization and come to that Paramatma realization and understanding all these principles and all the tattva. Then only we can even come closer to that, the highest of all, that the Sri Radha Tattva. Then only we can really see that who we are and what is this all meaning, who is Radha and what is the position of Radha. Sometimes people say, oh, this, I don't want to repeat that. So we should always careful about that. Is Madhura Dham is not the mundane plane. Madhura Dham is the eternal abode of the Krishna, the Supreme Lord. And yes, you're so fortunate that you are there and you are, part of those Braja, Bhumi, Braja Mandal. And thank you so much for reminding that, Jagdish Singh Prabhu. Okay. Anybody else? Any other comments or questions? Want to add? Any other reflections? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanwad Pranam, Abdul Prabhupada.
Dandavad Pranam, all Krishna.
Prabhu, I went to Radha Kund long time back. I remember like a couple of years back.
Okay.
There is a Goswami temple there nearby to the Radha Kund and Sham Kund, and there are some like the Samadhi also I saw.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm forgetting the name. Then I did the parikrama of the Samadhi, and I saw some Vaishnavas. I don't know, I couldn't recognize, but there were a couple of Vaishnavas sitting, and they were all like taking the name of Radharani,
Yes.
sitting on the floor, and they look like a priest by wearing a white dhoti. There are a couple of 4 or 5 of them, and then I went there to have my mala beads, with the japa bead. And there's one person who is a tour, guide. He came and then he said, okay, I can, then he also was talking about the Radha Kund potency, like you should, smudge your mala bead in the, in the kundans, and it will be blessed. So like that. So it was a very good experience, and I feel like, and I didn't know much that time, like the sense of Radharani, But today, thank you for sharing about it, and learned a lot. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Yes.
I'm forgetting the name of the Samadhi. Can you tell me a little bit of that, Prabhu?
Yeah, see, the Bhajana Kudir, which was the six Goswamis, they were all had this Bhajana Kudir at the bank of Radhakund. Even if you go there, you can see that. And there is also Samadhi Kudir, but mainly, and that's also, if Radha Damodar temple is also has the Samadhi Kudir, and if you go there, and we can see that Sri Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami Samadhi Kudir as well, there is on the Radha Damodar temple. Yes, there are 6 Goswamis. That's a Bhajana Kutir was there. And also, I don't know exactly how many of them have the Samadhi Kutir on the banks of Radha Kund. Krishnamandapur, the whole have the Samadhi Kutir. But as far as I know, this Radha Damodar temple has the Sri Rupa Goswamis and the Sanatana Goswamis and Jiva Goswamis. Their Samadhi Kutir is there in the Radha Damodar temple on the backside of it, that we can see that 7 temples there.
I went many years ago, I don't remember, but very close to that, Radha Kund, Sham Kund is our Prabhupada disciple, sannyasi disciple, the scientist Maharaj, or Maharaj's name. His Samadhi is there in a big temple, very close to
Satsarup Maharaj.
the Swarup Damodar Goswami Maharaj.
Sarup Damodar, yeah. Sarup Damodar.
Very close to that.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yesterday in Lal Govind Prabhuji's Katha, he mentioned about Raghunath Das Goswami's Kutir also there, right? There.
Yeah. Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi Kutir is
Samadhi
there.
also there.
Yes.
That you can see like through the bank when you are standing
Yes.
from far, you can see also. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Very, very wonderful. And I've been there too, and I was seeing all this, and wow, I mean, can't believe, the this beautiful and wonderful pastimes which manifested there on the Radha Kund. And Sri Rupa Goswami was appraising this beautiful, the eternal abode, eternal dham that we all can meditate upon. That's what is we should do every day, that meditate upon, so that we can at least, even when we chant the holy name, meditate upon the Radha Kund, meditate upon this pastime, meditate upon the Radha and Krishna, and then chant. So this is the way, even though we are here in this far away from the Dham, we can also create that same Dham in our heart. See that in Mayapur, what the devotees does that, they also create this very beautiful, they manifest and create this Radha Kund and Shyama Kund just in the Mayapur Dham. Yes, Mayapur Dham is not different Dham, the eternal Dham. They worship that this Radha Kund and Shyama Kund in Mayapur, and they take bath, dip in that water, and they sprinkle the water on. See that what's the mood that which creates. And also there is, many other places that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also sees that the eternal Dham, always Dham is Dham. There is absolute. Dham is also absolute. You cannot differentiate, this Dham is this Dham, this Dham is this Dham. No, it is eternal. And when the Sri Radha and Krishna manifest that, all this Govardhan is there, Radha Kund, Shyama Kund is there, beautiful groves are there, all these are there wonderfully. So we can see that. So that's the Dham, eternal Dham, that when we meditate upon. Yeah, so we can do that. It will really help us, and it purifies us, bring that the pure consciousness of that. We come out of our material, the consciousness and contamination, come to that real Krishna consciousness. That's where we have to begin. That's why the initiation is happening. That's where we have to begin, that completely the conscious of this, the supreme, eternal, spiritual, truth. Okay, thank you, Mataji, for bringing that.
Pranam, Prabhuji.
And
You have really inspired me and gave me a good mood that I'm visiting in Braj in 3 weeks.
Wow, amazing.
And
Yes.
I have to take a permission from Radha Rani.
Yes, you have to pray.
Have to do a
You have to
special prayer.
chant and pray before you enter, and bring to that consciousness that coming to your abode is only with your mercy that I can come and have that mood and see that, says that, right? His acharyas mentioned that, if you when you go to Vrindavan, don't look left or right, don't look anything else. But you have to have that Radha and Krishna in your heart all the time, and see that Radha and Krishna in everything in Vrindavan, even the vines, even the trees, the jubilant trees, and everything is there, is a representation of Sri Radha and Krishna. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for your guidance, and I'm really excited to visit.
Thank you.
Now.
Wonderful. Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Prabhuji,
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
I was reflecting on when you said that one must not even place their feet in Radhakund unless they're qualified. I'm not sure I'll ever be qualified in this birth, or I'm not pure enough. But can you speak to strategies at how one may, become qualified to bathe in Radhakund?
Yes. Beautiful question, beautiful realization, and beautiful question. Yes. That's where we come to that pure understanding. So one has to follow strictly Guru Nishta. Scriptures reveals that Guru Nishta. Unless and until we strictly follow the spiritual master and the devotees, then naturally the mercy, Krishna is so pleased, as Krishna says that, Naham Tishtandi Vaikunde, right? As mentioned that I'm not seated in Vaikunde, I'm not seated in the places of, I'm not seated in anybody else, anywhere else, but rather than I seated in the heart of the pure devotees. When the heart of the spiritual master, especially, they are not on the ordinary level, they are also representing Krishna. So when we follow strictly the instructions and the Guru Nishta and the Guru Prema that we develop, that's where we develop that Guru Prema, then only we can attain the Krishna Prema. Guru Prema we should have. Then that's what is where we all develop and follow. When we follow that strictly and Guru Prema, Guru Nishta, that's where Srimati Radharani places. That's where Krishna, when Radharani pleases, then Krishna pleases. So this is the path we need to follow. So very importantly, that first of all, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also reveals that we should identify who we are now. As we have come to this point that we are all none other than a part of that Supreme Lord. We are spiritual entities, not material. So we don't want to be so much contaminated with this material. Impurity is so much of, oh, I am this, I am that, and come out of this out of it. Then we come to that realization that I am eternally belongs to that Supreme, and who can guide me to that level? Only Guru and the devotees can guide me to that level. So we should be humble, we should follow strictly, and we should always, conscious of and out of all this, dear devotees, this chanting of anything else, okay, but out of all, which top is actually the chanting of holy name. When you chant sincerely and purely, sit every day and prescribe rounds or more, you can really come to that level of purity. You can see that that's called Shuddha Sattva. Come to that platform, very pure chanting. We come to that. In Harinam Chindamani, Srila Haridas Thakur was revealing this, right? Then only we can really come to that, our real spiritual plane, spiritual position. Then only we can see that. Then only that we are then again further with that mood of that chanting of the holy name incessantly and serving devotees and loving worship of Krishna. And it says that in that state, even one hears the name of Krishna or name of Radha, tears flows down from their eyes, they shiver, they come to that, this Ashtaswatika Vikar, they tremble, they have such a mood, they don't talk sometimes, stunned, stambha, different moods, they come to that stage. Yes, now we can say, really, yes, it is mentioned that one even who chants the holy name, they enters into the pastimes of Krishna and Radha and Krishna. The holy name reveals their swarupa, their spiritual identity. It reveals to that devotee, one who is come to that pure stage. In that stage, it is not that we desire. It is Srimati Radharani desires that, okay, bring that devotee to my close, to Radhakund, close to Vrindavan. Bring that devotee to, this is not that. Even we don't desire it, but it happens. So anything that which is spiritual, that's why Devim Prakriti, which Krishna says that internal potency of Devim, that's Radharani, under the protection, under the plane of Srimati Radharani, under the care of Srimati Radharani. Then when we come to that purity and the pure form and Shuddha, then we are under the care of Srimati Radharani, the devotees. That's the fact of it. And how one can? Our sincere, that's this month of Kartik reveals to that, our sincere endeavor, sincere prayers, and then mercy comes to us, right? The sincere endeavor and the sincere prayers, that understanding this, who am I and what is my eternal duty. Then when we put that our effort in such an extent, then what happens? Then mercy comes, and then we don't need to worry. Then under the Devim Prakriti Masradaha, we under the protection, care of Srimati Radharani, then everything, then we are entering into the pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna. That plane, that moment. That's Srila Prabhupada says that we are not matured. When we mature, when we come to that situation, then it's all, everything will manifest. Till that time, all what we need to do is actually our sincere efforts and endeavor as per the directions of Guru and the devotees, and we'll come to that point. Hare Krishna. Murari Prabhu, was it okay?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful explanation. It gives me hope that someday, I will be able to bathe in Radhakund. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, let us conclude.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Let's thank you, dear devotees. Thank you so much, Krishna Vanda Prabhu, allowing me to do something.
Quick announcements. Today evening we have Gita Parayan, 700 plus verses will be chanted by the Gita Parayan team. So please join and give inspiration to these children and adults who have learned for the whole year from our ISKCON of Central New Jersey. We have a regular Aarti program 5:30, and then Gaura Aarti will be there at regular time. Damodar Ashtam at 8:35 as usual. Please join. And next upcoming festival is Diwali. Govardhan Puja will be celebrating on Sunday. Actual day Diwali is Sunday, next Sunday, November 12th. But 13th is the Govardhan Puja. Will be celebrating on Sunday itself. 500 plus items we would like to offer. So please sign up. We have posted the sheet on WhatsApp. Please sign up your names again at that sheet so that you can get those and bring it by 2 or 3 maximum, no later than 4:30 because we have to arrange all those items in the altar. So sooner is better. Okay, those are the upcoming announcements.
Prabhuji,
So
where
this Wednesday is Ekadasi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, where is that sheet to sign up for the items for Govardhan?
We posted. I will post again.
Okay,
Posted
Prabhuji.
in the Japatan and Radha Shamsundar group, but we'll post again to
Okay.
remind.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all. See you all in the evening. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vanchakalpatarupasya kripasindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Vaishnava ki jai. Shri Radha Kund ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gaurav Priya.